we're talking about marketing, specifically marketing in starting a business. Two things that are needed when you start a business is a marketing strategy, and in our community we call that social marketing. Social because it deals with personal behaviors, and you need to have an understanding of technology. In today's terms, that is called social network technology. That's what communities are all about. Any of the communities that we join, that we become a part of in our daily activities. Facebook is a social network technology. It's a community, an awfully large community with almost 1 billion community members. But the challenges of Facebook in putting a community together, understanding how that community, what's the best ways, the most efficient ways for for the members of that community to communicate with each other. It's essentially the same challenge that we have in David's Barter community. We are about business, pure and simple. We are about small business because that's where my experiences are. I have dealt with many large, big businesses in my lifetime. As a matter of fact, in a period of time between 1994 and 1999, my major clients, my only clients, were large insurance companies. And I was actually dealing with 19 of the 52 largest insurance companies in this country. So I've had my experiences with big business, but still fundamental to even dealing with big business, I was entering big business with my small business mentality, if you will. However, there are some principles that exist, the largest of the large businesses and the smallest of the small businesses, and that certainly is marketing. Now, in the area of social network technology and marketing, the most important concept that I have found, and we have totally embraced that concept in our community, is how to use video in the marketing of your business. Just the how-to, the technology of how to use video. But it still is extremely important that the content of those videos that you create must be of interest to those folks who you're trying to market your company to. So about a year ago, I made the decision that in my desire to address small businesses that already exist and folks who were not necessarily involved in business at the time, to motivate them, to show them that they could start a business. And I also wanted to be able to show them that they could start a business in a much more simple, much more efficient, much more cost-effective fashion than I started business years ago, 40 years ago, 40 plus years ago. You heard me say that when I was 24 years old, I invested $10,000 in buying a business. Actually, that $10,000 today certainly is over $100,000 in terms of inflation. I have no idea. It doesn't matter what it is today. But the point being, you don't need to invest that large sum of money to start a business today. There's so much pressure when you start a business. Maybe you create that pressure for yourself, or if you have outside investors to your business, they create the pressure. But there's that pressure to grow and be big and as quickly as you possibly can. And maybe you forget, with that particular mentality, maybe you forget the simple steps that must be taken along the way in order for your business to grow and sustain itself. Sustainability, big part. One of the basic ideas that I want to bring to you today is that of starting very basically, starting very simply. Get a feel for what it is that you want to do, and in fact, if people will buy what it is that you want to do. A business idea is only an idea until somebody will buy what it is that you are selling, be it a product, be it a service. And we always must keep ourselves mindful of that. So why not, instead of necessarily investing large sums of money in your business, start it simply. Let the business idea grow. Let it grow naturally. There's the old concept of what you might read as bootstrapping. How do you bootstrap to start a business? The most simple way I know to start one is in your home, where the overhead expense of rent or your mortgage or whatever, it's already there. You've already invested in that aspect. Sometimes your business has to go offline. There is no reason why it shouldn't start online to find out if there is interest in what it is that you're trying to do. And basically, if you take that approach, and in fact, maybe you need $25,000 or $50,000 to start the business that you have the passion for and you want to do, and you know it's the right thing for you to do. Rather than invest all that money initially, start slowly. Build up towards that. See if there is an interest, in fact, for what it is that you want to do. Today, now, if you want to start a business, you must be thinking about video in your marketing of your company. Video is proving itself to be a much more effective tool than necessarily writing, blogging about something, which you have to do also. And in fact, when you take the approach of video as a part of what it is that you want to do in your business, it becomes video blogging. I started calling it video blogging several years ago, and we had different iterations. We called it B-blogs, video blogging. It doesn't really matter what you call it. It matters what it is that you do and how you execute what it is that you do.